The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Got his man down the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Off-play action on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Return's going to get it up around. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Grab behind the line, it's Hudson. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
But a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The inside handoff. Runs through the tackle. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense got it. They're on the run. Touchdown, Sun Devils! The defense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Keeps it on the bootleg. Going back to the well, another deep ball.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The run to the left. Breaks into the open. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Back to pass, it's Reed. Looking for the goal line. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
He scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Cougars headed quickly to the line.
And the defense gives up the first down. And here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback will keep it. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. And the Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Sanford. Knocked down after a short game, but enough to move those chains. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll pull it down and turning it on. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
It's not fun playing defense. I got to cover these fast wide receivers all over the field. You're going to run tempo. You're going to spread me out. You're going to do all this stuff to me. And then it doesn't work, and you call a pass play, and then it turns into that because your quarterback's so special. This just isn't fun.
After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. They'll run play action. Flushed out of the pocket. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Man, really good job by this defense staying positive. They gave up a bunch of yards, got down towards the shadow of their own goal line. 2 straight passes, 2 incompletions, trying to just get off the field here with only giving up 3 points.
The defense stiffened on the last play. Now it's 3rd and goal again from the 2. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Houston! Hello! Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28. Back to pass on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Houston will be forced to punt.
On to punt it away.
They snapped it to the up man. He's on the run. And the gamble works in their favor this time as they pick up the first down.
It's so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Throws for the tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Firing to the right, complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, it's Reed. Looking for the score! Touchdown, Houston! Fit it in the window for the score. Bunch formation for these receivers. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Looking downfield on first down. They're setting up the screen. There he goes. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
This running back is so dangerous. He's going to hurt you running the ball, but they find creative ways to get him the ball in the passing game as well. Beautiful job setting up the screen. He was acting as if he was blocking, let the defender run right by him, and then he made magic happen after he had the ball in his hands.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Fires to the right. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
Oh, he just needed to stretch the ball out a few inches more, and he would have picked up the first down. It was a great individual effort there on third down, getting back a bunch of yards, and now they're in a position to go for it here on fourth.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback keeper. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
This is a running back, man, that just finds a way to get it done. Critical fourth down, everyone thinking they're going to throw the football, but they hand it off to him, and he helps keep this drive alive.
Escapes trouble. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. The Cougars have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Looking to the big tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Thurman. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The kicker looks a little disappointed. He'll not come into the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal from the 4. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Oh, he dropped it. He jumped. They'll start this drive going to the air. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Trying to get the corner. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Oh, he makes the catch. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The screen, he can go. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Pressure coming. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's out.
Oh, he's got some space. He's now over the century mark with 102 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Skips away from pressure. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? And the Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to pass. It's Reed. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cougars had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Houston has it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of help,
breaks into the open. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Looking to throw, it's Reed. They go to the wide receiver screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. It's complete to the right. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Houston wants to play fast. Finds a little space. Got the first down and more. All down, and he has enough to move the chains.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Already 2 for 2 on third down, but this time they'll need 9 to convert. From the gun, wants to pass. Flies it out of the air. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. To the air. It's Reed. Spits it out to the back. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sanford. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. goes this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. Unleashes one deep. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. Turning it off. Got enough space. And he... This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the